Everybody we dey feel up, we get the walk. Man when they walk well, walk hard and walk fast, to make River State better. We get the walk. Rivers people we dey see up, we get the walk.
In the 2 years of his leadership, River State Governor Nyesom Wike has deployed an unprecedented template for the rapid development of River State, especially in the key sectors that impact on the living condition of the people.
Everybody we dey feel up, we get the walk. Man when they walk well, walk hard and walk fast, to make River State better. We get the walk. Rivers people we dey see up, we get the walk. Everybody we dey feel up, we get the walk. Man when they walk well, walk hard and walk fast, to make River State better.
The 2017 Rivers Golden Jubilee Budget for Accelerated Development highlighted education as one of the key priority areas. Governor Wike marked out the revival of decaying education infrastructure and equipping of schools as key to the empowerment of the less privileged. Presenting the 2017 budget to the River State House of Assembly, Governor Wike declared,
"We do acknowledge and to rehabilitate and comprehensively equip more secondary and vocational schools across the state with ICT and other learning devices and laboratories, as well as build the capacity of teachers to deliver effective teaching in a conducive learning environment. We also intend to upgrade teaching and learning infrastructure in all our tertiary institutions."
The need to make a profound investment in the education sector stems from the fact that the immediate past administration only made cosmetic intervention in the sector. A few schools were built by the major roads for propaganda purposes, while schools in poor suburbs and rural communities were left to rot. The neglect of the basic education sector by the immediate past administration is exemplified by its failure to access UBEC funds for a number of years. These unassessed UBEC funds meant for the several basic schools hidden from the public glare were left to rot. Upon assuming of duty, River State Governor Nyesom Wike opened a new chapter for education in River State. He started a new era for education in the state. From primary to secondary up to the tertiary level, education in River State is witnessing a well-deserved transformation.
Of our people to progress and prosper. Our professor recognizes that providing quality education as a tool for development is as important as providing physical infrastructure.
His introduction of boarding secondary education across the 3 senatorial districts of the state, the massive infrastructural development at the River State University, and regular training of teachers at all levels set the stage for the unprecedented reconstruction and furnishing of 175 basic schools in the state.
But normally when I school, one of the schools want to use as a pilot scheme for boarding system. And so that one is there, Memorial Girls and Memorial Grammar School is also we have 3 now in the Senatorial district.
These 175 basic schools are in deplorable condition, making teaching and learning difficult. Performing the flag off of the reconstruction of the schools at the state school, Revis in Port Harcourt, Governor Wike said nobody will believe that the immediate past administration left schools to decay to this level.
When we came on board, we saw that the state had not accessed our grant from the Universal Basic Education Authority. And so I directed the chairman to see that we pay our own counterpart fund to be able to access that of the federal government. At the end of the day, we have not less than 5.6 billion. And I said, you must go to all the local governments, identify those schools that are in very bad condition. Those who renovate, those who reconstruct, and then provide them with desks for children to use. And it's not less than 175 of such schools.
According to the River State Governor, after paying the counterpart fund. The state now has 5.6 billion naira to address the infrastructure challenges of selected basic schools.
So the entire world should see a school like this in Port Harcourt, and then we say we revolutionize the education sector. This is a school in the city. Then you can imagine what is going on in the rural areas. Some people said they revolutionized the education sector when they were governor. Some people will build some classrooms along the major roads of Port Harcourt, and then we bring ambassadors to come and see what they have done. Meanwhile, the schools inside, nobody will take ambassadors to go and check the schools inside. Yes. Make sure the contractors don't abandon the project. Don't pay the contractors all the money at a time. No matter whatever promise they will give to you, follow the procedure, milestone. And I will not accept anything called variation, because the money for the project has been given out. So there's nothing like, oh, by the time we were paid, the cost of materials has increased. No, I gave the whole money at the same time. So this is not a question of there's money. There's money. The 5.something billion is with you in your various accounts. So I don't want to see any fine talking about variation.
The governor directed that the reconstruction should be holistic to improve teaching and learning in all the schools.
So we are not just flagging up because of this, but this is like a symbol to show that we want to really focus in terms of education sector to improve the quality of education of our children. We're also not doing this only in the primary schools, we're also doing in the secondary schools.
The reconstructed basic schools will have the following facilities: new furnitures, sports equipment facilities, information communication equipment, standby generators, boreholes, toilets, head teacher's office, and tabletop fridges.
In furnishing as the components of the project, we are going to supply desks to all the schools where we are renovating and the ones that we have done before. We are also going to provide 10 kVA generator. We are going to provide borehole, and then we are also going to provide a tabletop fridge that will be used by the headmaster.
Governor Wike noted that his administration has awarded contracts for the equipping of laboratories of selected secondary schools and restocking of libraries.
You who will be free, go to government secondary school Ogubolo, go to Yemoni Grammar School, go to Birabi Memorial Grammar School, go to government girls secondary school Rumokuta. We have awarded a contract for equipping all the laboratories. We have awarded a contract to equip all the classrooms so that it will serve as a model. While some governments were using 4.something billion to build one school, we are using 1.something billion to build one school. So you can see the difference is what? Clear. We must have to utilize the little resources we have to the satisfaction of our people.
In his remarks, Executive Chairman of Rivers State Universal Basic Education Board, Venerable Fineface Aka, said the reconstruction is being done via the Federal Government Universal Basic Education Commission, Rivers State Universal Basic Education Board, 2014 to 2016 intervention projects for Rivers State.
One great benefit today's event holds for education and indeed for us all is that it offers a time for common reflection on the very needful and yet neglected aspect of educational organization, which hitherto was a prime place.
Is our appeal to communities and local government leadership in Rivers State to realize we now live in a time when all must respond to the invitation to stand with the state government to own and ensure security of school staff and facilities provided by the government for use in our various communities.
Beyond the massive development of quality schools for Rivers children, the rehabilitation and furnishing of 175 basic schools in the state will create at least 87,500 direct and indirect jobs across the state. Bricklayers, Carpenters, welders, landscapers, electricians, plumbers, suppliers, and food vendors will all benefit from the massive infusion of resources by the Wike administration. Comrade Dimiari Chinowe Owa, headmaster Ribisi State School, Maltu Diobu Port Harcourt, a direct beneficiary of the reconstruction and rehabilitation of the 175 basic schools, was full of praises for the governor's initiative.
In fact, I'm so delighted, very happy to see the situation as this, and I am praying that God has done it. This is a time for God Almighty has done it for us, because this school has been dumped, neglected for donkey years. Nobody talked about it, and in fact, His Excellency and the chairman UB board has in fact come to the aid of State School Rebisi, which has been done for donkey years. They are trying to do something better for them, for the public to see. And His Excellency, in fact, is a man of his word. Whenever he says yes, it's yes. Whenever he says no, it's no. And he believes in action. And that type of person I like, because he believes in action. And as soon as he said yes, he's going to do that thing as he said. He doesn't do word.
Mrs. May Dukowe Robert, teacher, State School Ribisi, commended Governor Wike for the intervention in the basic schools. She described it as a dream come true for the school where she teaches.
To us, it is like a dream come true, and we are happy to be celebrated today by the whole world. And today, the Lord has come. God has come. Our helpers have come. Men and women, chiefs, people of Port Harcourt, they have all come to witness this the great day. We say, praise the Lord. Hallelujah.
From the House of Representatives Committee on Basic Education came commendation for Governor Wike. Chairman of House of Representatives Committee on Basic Education and Services, Mr. Zakari Muhammad, said Rivers State is one of the top 6 states to access UBEC funds for the development of basic education. He described Governor Wike as a true ambassador of basic education.
We call you our ambassador in our committee because you were in charge of basic education at the federal level. And I knew that under your watch, you have done at least so much with mention. I want to say that we're rightly right to call you the ambassador of this committee in government. I want to say gladly here that Rivers is one of the top 6 states in the Federation that have done so well in terms of accessing the counterpart funding. So I have seen Rivers, I've been here a couple of times, but I'm seeing a new Rivers. I congratulate you, Excellency. Thank you so much.
This unprecedented reconstruction of 175 basic schools has rattled the failed officials of the immediate past administration. They are shocked at the massive ongoing construction works in basic schools which they neglected at a prudent cost. They are embarrassed that Governor Wike has given human face to leadership by conserving scarce resources despite the milestones attained in just over 2 years. On the achievement of Governor Wike in creating a new river state, Archbishop of Anglican Niger Delta Province, Most Reverend Ignatius Kati, said Governor Wike has laid the foundation for the continuous development of River State. The Archbishop urged other Nigerian leaders to come to River State to witness the rapid development taking place under the leadership of Governor Wike.
We commend Your Excellency for the various ways God has been using you to improve the state since your assumption of office. Indeed, we are proud of your laudable and giant strides, landmark achievements, as well as your leadership qualities. There's no gainsaying the fact that you have performed creditably very well in spite of the obvious challenges.
The fruits of diligent leadership manifest daily in River State. The state has become the oasis of transformational governance in a dispensation that has left other states in the valley, depths, and inability to meet basic responsibilities to their constituents.
We will continue to deliver the dividends of democracy.
Man, when they walk well, walk hard and walk fast to make River State better. We get the walk. We dey see us. We get the walk. Everybody we dey feel up. River State better.